Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. The Holy Pagavon commonality, no longer the commonality of Kovad, Ugalax, Imatharans, Drak'thalak, Nax, and Tim. We're back to good old Great Caliban. We've just settled, amongst other things, we've just settled Ultrax Point, which has the distinction of being the first locale to ever actually be settled purely by a robotic community, which is very interesting, I must say.
System survey complete.
Ah, thank you.
Incoming transmission.
There we go. The Holy Pogavan. Oh yes, the Holy Pogavan commonality is the commonality of Kavob, but they've upgraded their government type. They're no longer their base government type. Can't remember what that was, but with all the governments can ascend to a higher form. Essentially, just the same form as before, but with some nice fluff adjustments and the fact that it just sort of amplifies all of their existing bonuses. So I can't actually remember what research agreements do. So I'm just going to set up a temporary. Try and imagine him setting one up with the Raltex, because I cannot remember. Oh, okay. So it gives the other party 25% research costs for technologies that the other have already researched. Nice. I guess I could do that with the Raltex, actually. Is there anything that they... Yeah. No. No, because we're not allies. Right. We're not allies with the commonality either, but they're pretty... Yeah. Know that you are in our prayers, friends, despite your misguided philosophies of materialism. They're now a transcendent republic. They're the democratic spiritualist government. It's funny, yeah, despite our very different approaches, we are still on good terms with them. I have withdrawn my embassy from them, however, to prop up our relations with the Ugalax, because once we get to a better relation with the Ugalax, they are, I can't remember what type, I think ocean inhabitants, and there are a couple of ocean worlds that we can potentially that we might want to colonize. So if we enable migration, we might be able to get a couple of them over. I don't know. It's not certain. Anyway, we're doing a bit more general exploration. I've split up the armada, so I have the main body just hanging out in Sathmar. But oh, nice, Governor Tetram has leveled up. What was Governor Tetram's specific thing? Oh no! Speaking of which, Governor Hanakon passed away. This is the governor of Caliban. At the ripe old age of 86, so we can't exactly blame her, but still. Oh, alas, alack. Oh, speaking of alas and alack, I really should clear those, so let's just get those cleared whilst I remember. But now we shall need a new governor. Well, fortunately, we're rarely that desperately hurting for influence, so... what is it with the slavery that these guys are so fond of? We're an individualist empire. We don't do slavery. Anyway, agrarian isn't great, but there's honestly also not a lot of other options. So I guess, have some extra food. Why not? At least until I can recruit someone else. But so yeah, they're moving off to Ultrax Points, so it's not just these guys responsible for things happening. Oh well, the governor of Adranka's Holding at least has leveled up a little. Similarly, there's more we can clear. I don't know if we necessarily want to. I kind of want to. I almost want to save things. Alien-controlled colony ships. This by giving control of the colony ship to an artificial intelligence, the crew and colonists can be suspended in a deep sleep, which really speeds up colony development. That's something we like. We want that. Hello. Put that to one side. Okay, so we've... Okay, so, yeah, as I said, we sent the second armada. You're actually going to call the expeditionary fleet, because their job is basically just to go place to place and hunt things down. What's their one down about? Oh, I guess they need to yeah, warp on to the next place. But yeah, because they're oh, more of these guys? Oh, crystallines.
Construction complete.
Yeah, we're going to stay away from the crystallines, thank you. But it's the... Yeah, I'm doing this... I'm sending them off ahead so that they can scout ahead of my research probes. Okay, so we need... physics. Lythoric gas. Huh. Increases shield hit points. Yeah. Fine. Oh, is a dulling effect on the minds of creatures exposed to the gas. I think I can use that to make... to reduce divergence, I think. Power hub might be good, not necessarily right now, but in the future. Physics lab, actually, we do need to work on expanding our laboratories. So, I'm quite seriously considering that. Laser defense module. Oh, for spaceports. Got it. Green shard throwers. Let's unpause. Let's say physics lab for now. And we're unlocking uplifts, which is very nice. Yep, more crystals. It is worth doing this because it means that I can just... Oh, can I not give you any more orders? Is that how this works? Apparently not. Okay, Hanicon, we already know that about. Caliban has finished construction. Oh yes, we have a colony ship. Can't remember what's on the colony ship. Ah yes, it was a private colony ship. So it could be one of our loyal types, or it could be another set of robots. That's entirely reasonable. But yes, these fellows are coming all the way out here to Kosk, on the grounds that we don't... Kosk is an Arctic world. It really... Like, we really don't benefit from putting Kamarians there. They'll live, but they won't, you know, they won't necessarily be happy about it. Kosk is... you know, it's just, you know, it's not, it doesn't have the horrendous dryness of tundra worlds, but it's also a lot colder. So yes, we're going to colonize that with, it looks like we are then, yes. With, really, just individualists, no materialists? Huh. I mean, it's nice, but no, we definitely could do better. Alright. Pop those in, and we can start at least on... yeah, I'm surprised actually. It's not really the best divergence. I was hoping for more materialism, because that does do better research. But I suppose they can be re-educated, if nothing else. Oh, expeditionary fleet has finished its work. Where are we then? Yeah, we've already explored those. Basically, it's just a case. I knew that. No, they'd be medium. They would be medium if I'd already been there. So let's set up a bit of a snake, culminating at Pysax, and then actually maybe back to Kagaton just in case, because Pysax should be the location of one of the void cloud systems, which is the ones I've got highlighted at the moment. Yeah, which is part of one of our ongoing quests. Which seems quite cool. I do want to learn a bit more about the void clouds, particularly as it's implied that there may just be one entity with multiple limbs, as it were. Now, the reason we're going for Kosk instead of a tundra world is quite simply it's much more. There's much more space. We have a limited number of planets we can personally hold. I'm more concerned with energy than minerals right now, but... Oh, what about here? Build research stations and then mining stations on top of that. Again, we're trying to, you know, ramp up our research wherever we can at the moment. Fun fact, research is... and mining stations. Research is an interesting one because the number of pops you have increases the... Okay, they're not us. But the Wasaris have declared war on the Ematharians. Interesting. So, yeah, 2 of our collectivist neighbours are at war. Although, in fairness, those are aggressively
System survey
expansionistic.
complete. Research complete.
Excellent. Aggressively expansionistic entities. Ah, uplift. Advanced DNA methylation techniques. Oh, hello. Ooh, precursors. That usually means more on the Ute. But yes, advanced DNA methylation techniques allow for functionally significant alterations to be made to arbitrary genomes. In effect, it allows us to uplift species which are already quite close to being sentient. Okay, so colonization-wise, tropical worlds, yeah, like that's about to happen. Amoeba flagellae allows us to create strike craft, but we haven't got cruisers yet, so that's actually not really that helpful. Ultrax it's not a concern for, but I believe that Kosk, if I remember correctly... Oh no, Glaciers is what it's after. Right, that won't help then. Leader capacity, edict cost. Those are good, yes. Adaptive bureaucracy. I want those nice little bonuses. Yeah, and it's quick. The reason, yes, but as I was saying, the cost of, I mean, for instance, if I just pop here, every pop we have increases the cost of research from its base. Well, we want, which for me, we can get around this by dedicating more pops to research, and also by making use of... Oh, hello. Speaking of dedicating, we can build some robots. Robot construction takes a sort of priority at the moment, I have to say. Because the more robots we have, the more Kamarians we can dedicate to energy production and research over, say, mineral and food work. So robots are good. We like robots. Ah, yes, we have found one of the void clouds, and that's a space amoeba system. So maybe don't send them the expeditionary fleet there. Send them to Dorkan for the moment. Okay, so what do we need to do for that? Okay, we just need to watch the clouds. Well, I think that counts. Because if we pop over here, yeah, void cloud. Void cloud Zol. And that's why the expeditionary fleet is running away, because we don't want to piss off the aggressive entity. Right, we haven't, to my best of my knowledge, we haven't yet encountered anything that we could uplift, but I suppose we'll find that out. Oh, that might be, sorry, background noise. Right. Okay, so that's just something I just needed to check. Sorry about any background noise there. Yes, let's continue. Also gave me a good sense of timing. Speaking of timing, what is our present time? We are, I think, about closing up on half an hour. I just actually pause that check. Oh, right, only been 15 minutes. Signs of Ute development can be found all across Citrinius 2A, and the moon must have experienced limited terraforming at some point. One region in the northern hemisphere is some kind of massive graveyard. No Ute settlements can be found nearby, but there are many monuments marking burial sites. With a low birth rate and an average lifespan close to 1,000 years, each Ute death was treated as a significant event, and much emphasis was based on burial ceremonies. Oh, where is that Citrinius?
Situation log updated.
I'm going to have you research that hanging on, and then probably do an extended survey from there on in. Yeah. Just surveys away. We might also just prioritize potentially habitable planets. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. In fact, we're definitely going to prioritise the planets that are habitable in our survey search, because the others are probably useful, but I don't want to. I want to take advantage of Hagnon's skill, especially because he's getting older and he might not live forever. Dokkan. Yeah. You two can head out. Expeditionary fleet can head out on an expeditionary task.
Construction complete.
Gotta wait until they settle. Finish constructing. Something in Caliban, apparently. Caliban has finished surface construction. Oh, right, we were clearing the last of the slums and other associated problems, weren't we? Absolutely. Oh, and we've been... I forgot, yes, we've have Betharian plants, which we can upgrade at cost for a couple of extra bits of energy. Energy is vital. We need all the energy we can get. Speaking of which, is there anything we can do to increase energy production on other parts of these worlds? People are leaving. Mondex Retreat is not a priority place. Ultrax Plane already has that set up. Ijama's Treasure already has people set up. Although, do I might have I might set some things up there anyway. Regardless, we need to build up our energy stocks. That's what we need to do first and foremost. Not sure I can do much about that.
Anomaly found.
A small and otherwise insignificant moon orbiting this gas giant appears to be on a trajectory that will result in a collision with its primary. Oh dear. Well, that is worth learning about. So what sort of foes do we have in the way? Crystalline entities, no, space amoeba, void clouds. Well, void clouds we're leaving alone, but there's no shortage of crystalline entities that, around these parts, are there? The good news is there's also no shortage of potentially habitable worlds. Many of them aren't necessarily habitable to us.
Situation log updated.
And then, of course, we encounter something in the rule system.
Research complete.
It's a space station. Controlled by the Sigma aliens, is that? I assume so. Ah, looks like new friends. The thousands of scientists and advisors we sent to Duke Alex have finally completed the arduous task of bringing the local civilization up to an early space age level of technology. Under their new unified government, the aliens now style themselves as the Gargaxton Interplanetary Nation, and they have agreed to become our vassals. Our observation post above their homeworld has been dismantled as per the conditions of our treaty with them. This is a great day. So yes, we have acquired, technically we've acquired a protectorate rather than a vassal. This has a couple of distinctions, one of which is we share a certain amount of, we share a certain amount of technology with them. So yes, they are materialist pacifists, which is excellent. Yes, they haven't settled into exactly what their type of government attitude will be. So this is the placeholder. It will in a couple of months reset. Despicable neutrals. What makes a species turn neutral? Lust for gold? Power? Or were they just born with hearts full of neutrality? Anyway, it looks like they are a plutocratic oligarchy. So I guess we've oh right, we can integrate them once they've been a subject for 10 years. Nice. I like that. I wasn't sure what the rules were, so... But yeah, trade deals then. Okay, they didn't do free pop migration. I don't think they're going to have anything worth transferring, are they? Yeah, I think they've just been born pretty much. I don't think that there's going to be anything that's worth mentioning. We are certainly not going to transfer ownership of systems between us. What about... I mean, we might as well just give them a research agreement. Except I plan to integrate them anyway, so sod it. You know what? They can work on their own. Screw it. What do I need? I do need... I think we have access anyway. Yeah, they're vassals. It's not a worry. What is that? Is that any indication of that? They're vassals. They've limited diplomatic options and fight alongside us. And what does Ducalex look like? Well, they've got a planetary capital set up, power plants, mining networks. Yeah, they've all neatly boosted accordingly. They are going to have to work out their own issues with that. That's not great, but... And yeah, they've got nice post-atomic armies, defense legions. They'll be fine. They've even got nice cities. What sort of worlds do they... Desert worlds. But they don't permit migration. That's annoying. I had hoped for some of their citizens to turn. Anyway, we have unlocked ceramo-metal armor. A combination of different metals and ceramics that result in a strong armor without sacrificing flexibility. These will be more useful as we get larger ships. So what else do we have? Destroyer assembly yards could ultimately be useful. Antimatter missiles. Well, that is satisfying, isn't it? Plasteel armor. I think we're fine with our current missile complement. Let's go for trying to build bigger ships. One of the many moons circling Gatria 3 has a terminal orbit. Where are our ships? Right, it will soon collide with the gas giant in what is sure to become a massive impact event. This event has been millions of years in the making, and it is a startling coincidence that the impact has been fated to occur just after a visit by one of our ships. Many of our scientists wish to observe and record the event, but we only have a narrow window before it's too late.
Updated.
Alright, so what's... Okay, no, that's fine. You this is the last system on your lot to survey. So... research project, and then start surveying the system, and from there on in we'll just do, yeah, just set them up on a standard research program. Survey. Yeah, so I would say, let's see what are our priorities. Ah, yeah, one of our priorities is we need more energy. How are our construction ships are dealing with that at the moment? That's not a worry. Oh, hello. Inactive buildings. One of our planetaries buildings is missing something that's required for it to function. Okay, so we've just had we've just experienced what's the term I'm looking for? Migration. Great. Migration's fantastic. Let's pop some people down. Normally, I'm not that chuffed. We're not all that chuffed about migration, but it is something that we can make use of thanks to our use of robots. Oh, speaking of which, we're on good terms with the holy Pogavon commonality, aren't we? Yes. Are you selling any energy at the moment? Let's just... oh, you might be. We could use energy. Depends what we want to sell, though. What are they interested in? No. Guaranteeing their independence is actually worth a few bits. I mean, yeah, we would be required to join in any war they got into, but we're also a weaker... Yeah, they are weaker than us. We could make that part of the deal. I mean, if it's something we were inclined to do anyway, and we were, frankly, inclined to a degree to get involved in a war up there, Yeah. And we don't particularly want to invade their people. I mean, wouldn't really give us anything significant. They're not a threat. And we're not playing, you know, arbitrary conquest folk. Non-aggression pledge? No. They suddenly realised that might allows our pops to migrate to their planets for the duration. Could be. I don't think it'll be too desired though, for the simple fact that, well, they don't have any pops for us to migrate away to, but you know, could be worthwhile. What about star charts? Those could be more useful. Full map vision? No. Border access. We could give them civilian access. Not interesting. I'm not interested. Minerals then. Let's talk about minerals. Oof. Well, it's more minerals than we have. It's certainly more than I'm inclined to transfer. Well, then that's the big question, isn't it? Star charts drops that a little bit further, which, frankly, I don't mind. Okay, so right, 1300 is probably fine. In exchange for guaranteeing their independence, permitting our people to migrate over to their worlds. I think that's the rule, yeah. Or is it for allows the other party's pops to migrate to own planets? Okay, I think it allows their people to migrate to mine? I mean, I'm fine with that either way, because we don't have desirable planets, but still. I guess we'll find that out. And we're offering them a bunch of minerals, yeah, about 2/3 of our minerals, and star charts. In exchange, we're going to get a ton of energy, which we need for the massive robot expansion we're planning. Just check if that changes that all. Not really, not enough. Better to just renegotiate it later. Whilst we're here then, anything else we can get? Could get some migration, but don't care about it. They just flat out won't do it because unless it's a mutual non-aggression pledge. Nope. Yeah, they value them, then why would they give them up? We could ask for civilian border access, but we don't care enough to do that. We can negotiate that separately. Right, fine. Holy Pogavon commonality. Those are our terms. I hope that you are interested. Tetlar's Palace. Tetlar is presumably the fellow who sponsored
project complete.
The expedition. The archaeological digs on Saturnus 2A have revealed that most of the graves were looted in the millions of years since they were first dug, likely as a result of the Ute custom of burying their dead with jewellery and other extravagant gifts. In a pile of things discarded by the looters, the archaeologists found a large doll resembling an adult Ute. They speculate that it may have served as a good luck charm or memento of some kind. An interesting find. How many more Ute artifacts do you need? 3 more. Ah, good. Research stations are progressing. Interactive buildings. Oh yes, Mondak's Retreat. Oh yes, Mondak's Retreat. I'm kind of surprised they haven't come back on that offer we made. Okay, so they're apparently reviewing it. Mondak. What do we need here? Need to pop that up there for the extra research. We don't have the energy to put that. Yeah, it's fine. Are you ready to No, it's from us. Consider the offer. Oh, god damn it. Lovely. That was a bug then. Never mind. Let's try that again. So, right, we want, call it 1,000, because if we ask for all of their energy, they won't give it. In exchange, we will guarantee their independence, we'll grant migration access, we'll offer up our star charts, and we will provide not quite that many, 211 minerals. Hopefully this is something they'll be on board with. Okay, we know a good deal when we see one. Yes, this was the inexplicably West Country one, wasn't it? The Holy Pog of Uncommonality accepts your terms. That was almost a little American. That didn't really work. Never mind. Mondak. Let's build a robot. Building a robot. Sorry, that got away from me. What else are we doing? We need, might as well build a robot there, just for the sake of having one. Disassemble. Do not disassemble. Stephanie. Anyway, let's just ignore that. That's nonsense. Complete nonsense. Basic mine, basic power plants. Ultrax Point. How is Ultrax Point doing? We've actually migrated a whole ton of people here. It's kind of impressive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once that's built, it'll be 5, and we'll be able to turn it into a full planetary administration. Yay! That's desirable. It's very desirable. Speaking of desirability, I think we need to swap those two around. Yep. So that we can pop these people on this. Create a basic power plant. Pop this person down here. Also, a basic power plant, please. Yes, it will suppress resource gathering. Oh well. Should be about food neutral. Yes, we are. Excellent. The Jammer's treasure needs more food. Needs more food gathering, frankly. Let's clear out some swamps. Alright, so we've dropped down a little bit on all sides in terms of production. Fair enough. What's the expeditionary fleet doing these days? It's finished exploring. At least, it's finished expeditioning, let us say. Medium, medium. Right, so low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Round and round and round they go. Where it stops, nobody knows. Kind of drawing a nice little constellation here. La 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 la. Then we go around like this, and around again, and up and down and up, round and round, and loop de loop de loop de loop. Okay. Fun with expansion time. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the number of explorations we need to make. Fine. One of those guys isn't getting met until we eventually invade and conquer the Wasaris, as I'm sure must happen at some point. I mean, how is that war going anyway? Let's check in with the Umtharians. Hey, how's that war going? We're at war with the Wasaris? All good, huh? Good, good. Glad to hear it. Mining station complete. Ah, there we go. So,
Special project complete.
we were successful in our attempt to record the collision between Gatria 3 and its moon. The event was captured from several different angles and transmitted live throughout our space. Most importantly, our scientists under the leadership of Monovac were able to record a large amount of valuable physics data that will surely benefit our research. Good job. Right, Corgi. We need to continue building things. I'm not sure we can build. No, we can't just build in their systems. That's not okay. I feel they would have issues with that. In fact, I know for a fact they would have issues with that. Branda. No, it's not worth the effort there. Grugamora. Really need to make sure that it just does energy for now. We really need to balance out our energy production. I mean, actually, things are going pretty well now. We're getting to the point where pretty soon we're going to not need to keep doing stuff, at least all the stuff the way that we have been doing it. Also, I can probably build a neat little mining network here, can't I? Yes. And that's just going to that's going to be improved further by the fact that it's robots as well. So, you know, it's not all the way it is. More mining stations.
Anomaly found.
Huh. Distress transponder. Potentially. I feel like we've definitely had that one a couple of times before.
Research complete.
Yes, can do some research for us. And, oh, we've completed adaptive bureaucracy. The progress we make calls for a new, nimbler form of administration that may aid rather than hindering us in our pursuits. It gives us more leaders, potential total leaders, and cheaper costs for edicts. So what else would we have? Ooh! One of our options is the Hyper Entertainment Forum, which gives it gives a straight up happiness bonus to everyone on the planet, which I think we already found the Tree of Life, didn't we? Let me just check. Yeah, we got the Elixir of Life. All right, let's see if we can't go further then. Build the Hyper Entertainment Forum. I don't know why I did that in the Dragon Ball Z voice. It felt right.
Research complete.
Okay, so Tellar's Palace. Nice to see they're all up and ready. Let's move this guy up to here for the moment. I want to get some robots down and constructed. 2. And that cleared. And I think we're actually not really going to be able to continue because we're about to run out of just straight up energy. Minerals. Alright, that's all we can do on that. So, we've got one more planet of our own before we need to start considering creating sectors. There's significant scarring on the surface of the world in a pattern that cannot be natural. From orbits, the massive rifts look almost like writing. Interesting. Physics labs, yep, done those.
Construction.
Point defense, we've already got point defense. Disruptors, I'm not too worried about that. I mean, they exist to destroy shields, which is kind of nice, but I feel like, yeah, cold fusion. We can probably do with getting a bit more overall power. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Gatria 3A. It's covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 500,000 ago. I think we've already seen these, yeah. Reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform, clutching a small picture of an individual from the same race. Yeah, that definitely sounds familiar. Caliban, what have we created? Terrible things! Terrible, unforgivable things. No. We're building robots. Don't know what to do. Build a robot. Okay, we're actually evening out our energy and mineral constructions as well, which is quite nice. Okay. Oh ho! The Felnol. Ugh, horrifying clam squid people. The Commonwealth of Motfelno. Inquisitor Gaoni and the rest of the religious council bids you greetings. That's where we're going with this. Inquisitor Gaoni and the rest of the religious council bids you greetings. We provide spiritual guidance to the Commonwealth of Mod Felnor, and our stated goal is to lead this great nation on a path to salvation. Do not cross this path, and we may live in friendship. The way forward lies in our hands, Felnolans. Felnolans? So where is Mot Fel now? Ah, it's partway through all of the research that we... What the hell is that? Effluvial offspring. Void cloud cache. Void cloud Zul. Well, that is interesting. Enigmatic energy. Ah. Yeah, definitely read Effluvial offspring at some point. I suppose that is interesting. Okay, so it goes without saying that we probably aren't permitted to continue exploring their kind, their worlds. Fair enough. We can do a little bit of research here, though, and we can probably get to the next void cloud set up without stepping on too many toes. After that, who knows? Well, after that, a ridiculous number of researchers, because I wouldn't know how to cancel that just yet, but we'll work it out. We'll work it out. We can work it out. No. Okay, now we're actually starting to come close towards the end, I think. Let's make use of the first armada. Pop those over to Miklor's Vortex. And then... Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Saturnus 4A. The massive script covers a large portion of the moon's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. Oh, that's a little bit adorable.
Construction complete.
Next retreat has finished its surface construction queue. Lovely. Oh, yeah, as I say, it was the
Construction complete.
Whole bunch of other places have finished their surface construction queues. Nice to know. Nice to know.
System survey complete.
Here's a question. Look at our demographics. We have...
Construction complete.
21 robots living on 8 planets in our galaxy. 8? Where do the others live then? That's alarming. Because we have 6 planets. That's not good. Where are the others living? Madness. Absolute madness. Oh no, that's terrifying. We have them on, I think, one of every planet we have, but... Okay, it's a little scary. Of the Empire planets... Oh, do we not have a robot faction? Yeah, there is a robot faction, but it's hidden. Yeah, so we've got 6 robots right now. Oh, in fact, we can just 1, 2, 3, 4. Bit more than 6, but I think it's counting the ones that are still under production. Still though, oh, a little scary. A little bit scary. A little bit blatantly terrifying, actually. The question is where to colonize next. Now there are worlds we can colonize. We can, ultimately we can go probably all along this line. Frankly, there's a whole bunch of things to look into. I'm curious how big the Tundra world. Nope, not worth it. 12, 11. Oh, Expeditionary Fleet. How are you guys? We good? All having a good time? Glad to hear it. Mining drones, space amoeba. More of the usual. I'm just trying to find tropical. Nope. Thought there was a tundra. 11. This is some very subpar tundra worlds over in these parts. Scat. What about Scat 4? 14? Acceptable. Bit less than our home planet, but, you know.
System survey complete.
Aesir. Possibly Aesir, I can never remember. Ah, here we go. Aesir. Aesir 4. Well, what we want to do then is we can get that, if we can get that settled on Aesir. True, it'll bring us a little uncomfortably close to the commonality of Motfelno, not Felino. Again, pacifist spiritualists. We could be fine. It's not like they're spiritual seekers. They're not going. Yeah, they're peaceful. They're not, emphatically, they are not looking to expand through conquest. I think then, yeah, the last thing we want is we want to expand to Aesir. I also think we want to build. Let's risk another private colony ship. Why not? Because I would quite like to go further. Okay, so re-education campaign. I'm going to burn the money on it. Why not? Because I do want them to try and be not just individualist, but individualist materialist. It makes a lot of difference. Ultrax Point and Far. They're not fantastic. Like, this guy doesn't even have ethics. It's kind of depressing. I feel almost like he's pulled off the robot ethics. But I think that's partially the bug, the ethics decay bug, which there is. There absolutely is an ethics decay bug in place. It's pretty straightforward. It just means it's it means that you're getting materials, but sorry, you're getting ethics divergence, but it's only decay. There's not actually any what's the word I'm trying to look for? Meaningful change. It only goes down. It doesn't go up. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Is it in our space? Like, is Nixatel in our space? Like, I don't know. I need to. What? Oh, I see. Oh, that's where the first armada is. Nixatel Pulsar. Yeah. What? Oh, it's because we got a ship there. That's why. It's Nigel. That's the one we're looking for. They're the early type colonists. Right, I want to bring an observation post up into their space, and we are going to
under attack.
Vassalize the crap out of them. What's happening? Shit. Run away. No, retreat, cancel all orders. Get the hell out of Dodge. Get out of Dodge. Head back. Head straight to Kuma. Yep. Because, you know, we have a bad history of losing science ships to bloody stupid reasons. Okay. Okay, they've safely and successfully retreated. Once again, Haganon is really only... Sorry, not Haganon. Haganon is, as always, there to offer a contrast, but Hafnir is, as ever, continuing to provide provide leadership and not really bother campaigning. She knows that she's going to get it off her previous merits anyway. It's still worth keeping her for the... It honestly is still worth keeping her for the energy stuff. Do we have someone... Is she built... Yeah, because if we have that guy building that anyway, I'm almost tempted to say, you know, sod it all, let's piss off to Hemtaras. Yeah, piss off to Hemtaras and just in fact, yeah, cancel your existing plans. Head to Hemtaras 4, build that research station, I think we can do that before before the election comes true. Oh, it comes through. At which point, doesn't really matter. Oh yes, Olmec. Good old Hagenon there. Olmec the Learned is in Hitamar. It's taken a bit of a beating, frankly. Let's get to Prospero. Head to Caliban. Hang out in Caliban, get fixed up, and then I think we're going pretty much straight to Icea. Going to investigate the new world. Space amoeba, standard. What is the expeditionary fleet up to these days? Yeah, not good thing, not the best things really, but nice to know that it is up to some things at least. Oh, speaking of which, why not scan around the far side of the people we want to conquer at some point. Because let's face it, we're going to have to either conquer or break apart the Wasari. I don't think there's really any other choice. Okay, pausing for a moment, checking the time. Okay, and that's us being gone for about 50 minutes. So
Anomaly found.
Oh, precursor research. Very nice. So, I think I'm going to call it here for today. We will continue anon. But in the meantime, fare thee well. And with luck, we're going to keep it. We're going to just get that a little bit further. Wasn't even worth building it, really, was it? To yeah, to causing the machine apocalypse. Fare thee well.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Okay, wait. What's happening? Who are we fighting? We're not fighting the Void Cloud, are we? Oh shit, we're fighting the Void Cloud. Okay, never mind. Escape. Not that we can't kill the Void Cloud, but I don't want us to kill the Void Cloud. Okay, so we'll deal with all of this crap next time. Fare thee well.